No one should have to play this game.
Which game?
I'm not going to say his name. It's freaking Voldemort to me now, man.
The game that shall not be named.
Yeah.
So, are we doing the screaming intro for this one?
What is the screaming intro?
We talked about just making pain sounds for the intro on this one.
Because this is it, man. Because I was trying to figure out what the, podcast equivalent of Glass Shatter Smashed to Black was. Because that's what we need. Because this is it. This is endgame bad. This is good God.
Yeah, before we really get started, this is hands down the worst game we fucking played.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is amazing, given what we've played so far. It was weird. I thought Ride to Hell might last longer, but no.
This one does it without breaking a sweat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
It's like, oh, you thought that was the record? Nah. Let me show you how it's done.
Yeah. Sonic's all hold my beer. Alright, well, how do you guys want to do this?
I thought we already started.
I mean, we did, but we should probably have our stupid intro that we do every time.
Yeah.
Consistency's sake.
So he's Jake, I'm Alex, and this guy's
No, hold on. It goes welcome back to the Bad Gamecast. I'm Jake.
I'm Jason.
And this is Alex.
That's Alex.
And what do we play?
The worst thing ever created.
That's right. Sonic the Hedgehog 2006.
All right, I guess we're just gonna jump into this hot fucking mess of a game.
Yep.
We'll get all the lead in that the game gives you, and you just fucking do it.
Yeah, bam, you go. You go into single player because there's a multiplayer which I didn't even want to pretend to try.
Nope, me neither.
So you go to single player. You got the Sonic chapter. Later, you'll unlock the Shadow and Silver chapter, and when you finally beat those, you get to play the final chapter, and everything's a nightmare. So you start with Sonic, naturally. He's the most important of the hedgehogs.
And he likes chicks.
He does like chicks. I mean, who doesn't?
Of the human variety.
I don't want to cut you off before you really start getting ramped up. We didn't cover other games that were released in 2006.
No, we don't have time for this.
It's everybody's favorite segment.
It is my favorite segment.
It is your favorite segment, and we don't have time for this. I've got 7 years worth of shit to talk about.
So, I covered a bulk of this in Bomberman Act Zero, so finally taking your guys' feedback, I kept it short this time. Fight Night Round 3, Battlefield 2142, New Super Mario Brothers, The Godfather, and Call of Duty 3, also released in 2006.
Godfather, very underrated game.
Never played it.
It's very underrated.
You good?
I'm done with my thing now, yeah.
You done with your thing?
Okay.
I can keep going with the sweet intro we got going?
Come on, go.
Here we go. And you've said this. It's like the best looking cutscene in the game. You start out, and it looks fine. You got this girl coming in on a canal boat during some weird celebration.
Yeah, it's Fantasy Venice.
All right, it's I can't remember what they call it, something dumb. The celebration of the flame or something.
Right.
Yep.
Great. So she's coming in on this canal boat holding what's basically some Olympic torch type shit to light a big old Olympic torch type shit thing of fire for the ceremony. Then she has her real quick PTSD flashback to Fire Godzilla. Tell me I'm wrong.
I didn't stop you because you're not fucking wrong.
So after a quick PTSD flashback, she's like, that was weird, but we're fine. Lights the thing on fire. 3, 2, 1. Bam! Rockets hit. That's right. Eggman is here.
It's Robotnik.
I vote Eggman, so continue as you were.
Eggman has arrived with his robot army. They immediately I don't know, seize everyone, and he's like, Princess, you're coming with me. And then, whimpity whip bam wazzle, here's Sonic! And he just he defeats all of the robots with the ease of someone taking a stroll through the woods. It's not even close. I'm Sonic, I'm the best. I'm just here to mess with Eggman. Grabs the princess and runs. At this point, they start chasing you. Bam! All the graphics turn to dirt.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, this is the hard cut right here.
Yeah.
Where it goes from, Final Fantasy pretty to, I mean, dirt's appropriate.
Yeah.
God damn.
Graphics that were found left over in a bin somewhere that they pasted on. Hooray. So now it looks like garbage. You're like, wow, that is a massive step down. You shouldn't make your cutscenes look that nice if your game looks that bad. You're just setting expectations too high.
Well, they got your money. It's too late now.
So you get attacked again. You set the princess down because you can't attack robots with a princess in your hand.
Not with that attitude.
Just makes sense. You destroy the robots because robots ain't no thing. And then you turn around and she's being kidnapped. She's in the weird grabby claw of one of Eggman's robots.
The floating hands of his floating platform?
Yeah, his personal one. And he's like, I don't fucking know.
No. Do that again?
No, we got it. Right in one.
I want you to keep doing that for my new ringtone.
We'll get that recorded afterwards.
Awesome.
She's like, Sonic, take this, and throws you a Chaos Emerald, which Lord knows where she got that.
The pocket on her dress.
Yep. And then he flies away with her. You're like, I'm gonna save the princess. Boo-loo-loo-loo. Loading screen. Because it right there should tell you everything you need to know about this game. Loading screens.
You can't even say the first of many because it's most of the game. So many fucking loading screens.
They finally give you control of Sonic. The very first thing you do is run forward. The game crawls to a massive slowdown as buildings slowly pop in the distance. And you wonder, why? Why did I do this? So you try to look at the buildings, and all of a sudden Sonic's looking every which fucking way because everything controls wrong. Because you're like, whoa, what is happening? Because apparently the look is automatically inverted. Not
Horizontal look.
Horizontal.
Yeah.
Both horizontal and vertical are inverted. So down is up is down, left is right, and right is left. Which no other game uses ever.
Well, to be fair, that's not just the default. You can't change it.
Because after you go blah, blah, and look around like a crazy person, you pause the game and go, I've got to change this. So you go to options, and your options are volume, on or off, subtitles, on or off, and those are all of your options. That's it. Those are the only things you need to change. Otherwise, the game's perfect. Developers have got you covered. You run forward and meet Tails. Tails says some stupid shit.
Hold on. Tails calls Sonic a failure out of the gate for losing the princess.
Well, I mean, he is, because he loses the princess at every opportunity that he could lose the princess. They go straight Mario with this one. Every time you're like, I got the princess. Nope, your princess is kidnapped again.
I'm looking through my notes here, and it's at this point where it falls to shit as this game starts to mentally break me down.
Oh yeah, it's the very beginning when they're like, you gotta go to a place, and you're like, where do I need to go? If you talk to the random people, which you'll learn as the game goes on, people with yellow above their heads say the most bizarre and pointless things.
Hey, that's what they say. Hey, it's like every time. Different dude, same voice. Hey.
I can't believe this happened.
Jason, they can't see you moving.
Yeah, it's hard to demonstrate how the people just like constantly move in weird ways. Even after they're done talking, they just keep like...
Yeah, they talk with their hands.
Yeah.
And their hands keep going even though they're done talking.
As does their mouth. It's just constantly moving.
Mouth flaps forever.
Mouth flaps.
So if you talk to people with yellow above their head, they tell you nothing at all worth anything. So skip them and talk to people with the orange over their head, and they tell you cryptic messages about things you need to know. Sometimes it's relevant, sometimes it's not.
I have to take your word for it, because I only talk to the people with the blue above their heads.
Oh, that's the biggest mistake in the game. We'll get to that, because that can't happen yet, because first you gotta go to the beach. You're like, oh, where's the beach? It's over there. Through the magic mirror that teleports you there. And you're like, that's okay. How do I get there? Because if you just jump that way, you fall in the ocean and die, which is always fun.
Well, yeah, it's canonical. And this is true for real life. Hedgehogs can't swim. They just die as soon as they touch water.
Yeah, I mean, other than real life, hedgehogs can swim.
Nope, can't happen.
Sure. We'll go with your version of history. So instead, you have to go back and talk to this creepy old man who's like, I've invented the world's best shoes. Will you try them for me?
Yeah, because not only is he just waiting to sucker somebody into wearing his probably cursed shoes, he sees an anthropomorphic fucking blue hedgehog, and he's completely okay with that, because he's going to sucker this idiot into wearing his fucking shoes.
Yeah, so you put on the magic shoes and run through some rings, and he's like, you're the best. You can can keep my shoes just as long as I know they're being worn.
It's clearly some weird fetish for him, right?
Oh, 100%. He's just in on this. So then you go to the magic rock vendor because you can insert magic rocks into your shoes to give you special abilities. And he sells you a microchip that lets you ring dash.
Yes, because microchips are rocks.
Basically. You install your microchip and all of a sudden, bam, rings appear for you to ring dash across to get to the magic mirror to teleport you to the ocean. So you do that. And yeah, level 1, we're finally to the first loading screen. Sorry, we're not even. Like, there were, I don't know, probably like 6 loading screens in between there.
Well, yeah, because every time you come up to talk to somebody who has something important to tell you, it's loading screen. Maybe 2 seconds of them saying a single voice line, text appearing on screen, hitting yes or no, and then more loading.
And the text is usually irrelevant between the 2 loading screens.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's basically the same thing.
Or redundant, yeah.
There's so many loading screens. I won't be able to tell you every time there's a loading screen because it's every time. Assume anytime you do anything in this game, there's a loading screen in between that and the next thing happening.
Oh my god. Unfortunately, that's fair.
Like, that's just how the game is. So you head to the beach, you head to Wave Ocean, and I don't know, this is where I encountered my first bizarre physics moment right out the gate.
It didn't take me that long.
From the moment I took my first step.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, look, it's always garbage, but when you're starting out, you're running like across the water, and there's the big rock loop-de-loops.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, you hit one of those, and then you just stop at the top of the loop-de-loop, upside down.
See, I didn't have that. I had it where I completely missed the loop-de-loop. Then I just fucked off and then stopped and then drowned because hedgehogs can't survive water.
Nope. It's not.
Just, I hit the boost. Boost takes you up to the top and you just stop there. That's like, this is you now. What? Can't really hit any direction. Hit jump and just die immediately. It was great. I don't remember anything about any level of this game. You go through and it's garbage.
I've got them all written down if
It's boring.
Like literally this was the point where in my notes you hit the line, I hate this, fuck this, I'm out. So there's no more notes after this, so it's all just kind of freeform.
After Tails calls Sonic a failure, my next line is, what the fuck am I playing?
Look, you go and you trap some orcas against their will, which is the good thing to do, because fuck them.
It's a hedgehog.
Yeah.
Okay.
But they're regular orcas, like all the other animals in this game.
Right.
The dogs, the birds, they're all normal, except for you and your group of miscreants.
It's like you've got people, and you've got a living world, and then you've got all these weird cartoon characters with stupid powers fucking shit up.
That every, human is okay with interacting with?
They act like they see them every day.
Yeah, but then they don't know who you are. None of them know who you are to start with. But they're just like, yeah, giant anthropomorphic hedgehog that can run faster than the speed of sound.
It's like, oh, can you save the princess? Let's see. It's like, well, bitch, I'm Sonic. You haven't heard me yet? No, none of them.
Yeah, everybody's heard of Sonic, and they're like, did you see that weird blue bullshit moving around?
Why is the hedgehog blue in the first place?
I ain't got to explain shit.
I have so many questions about this game. Sonic's color's not even on the top 20.
You get to play as Tails in Wave Ocean. Tails handles like garbage. And his attack is annoying because it slows the game down to a massive crawl. Because anytime the game has to render more than one moving object, it decides the frame rate should drop to about 3.
It's a slideshow.
It's just dreadful.
Slow motion.
How did you put it? You love that epic slow motion.
Right. Made everything way more badass just watching it in slow-mo, like Matrix.
And you get that sweet epic music that's playing. Oh, yeah.
I literally don't remember if there's a plot point. I guess you're chasing Eggman at that point. But
Yeah.
he gets away, so...
You move on from the orca, which Tails has to go and close the gate to keep the orca from escaping for no reason.
Yeah.
You use the orca to...
Who needs to know why?
It shoots you off to another part of the beach where Sonic decides now it's time for hyperspeed.
Oh,
and then,
no!
Yeah, a whole new fresh round of bullshit happens.
I thought this was fun.
The first hyperspeed level. No. The first one, I didn't die at all, and it was kind of alright. And then the later
Brag about
hyperspeed
Oh,
levels...
yeah.
Oh, no. It starts to get just like, here's chaos!
So the controls are sensitive to a degree that doesn't quite make sense, and you can't adjust it. And it's pointless fighting against the game. You have to just accept it. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're never going to progress. So if you tap the right stick to move gently to the left or to the right, you make a fucking 90-degree turn and just fuck off to wherever you're going. So this first little hyper run, I would hit something unintentionally that I was trying to avoid because I must have pressed too far over. And then Sonic just fucking spazzes out. Continues to move forward, and then would inevitably hit something else, which would kill you because you missed all your rings. Repeatedly.
Oh, yeah. And also never jump in hyperspeed mode.
Always jump.
Because if you jump, you just, like, lose control of your character forever.
You just move on to infinity.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Usually you can snowboard.
I think that's the next level.
I think it is too.
Because after you fail to catch Eggman, you decide you
Right.
have to go to his base, right?
Sure.
Yeah. That's probably a thing that happens.
It wasn't worth my attention. I was just playing through the fucking game.
No, from there, you save the girl on the roof for the mayor.
Yeah, because you gotta do that, because then you gotta learn the secret slide technique, which requires you to buy another magic...
Isn't it anti-gravity? But it's just
what
sliding.
it's called. That's what it's called. It's called anti-gravity, but you literally just slide on the ground.
Yeah.
Which you actually don't even need to get into the room. You just run at the room and it's just an invisible wall. And then you go buy the anti-gravity and you can just run in the room without using it.
Cool.
Yeah. They're like, I mean, it would be too complicated to make it like you have to actually slide in the room. So let's just put a barrier there and then remove it once you've bought the stupid thing.
Really? That's how they did it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice.
It's garbage.
Once you save the little girl through the bullshit room, then you go to the desert. And that's where you get your first boss fight.
Oh, yeah.
Is that where you face Egg Cerberus?
Yeah, you fight a fucking robot dog with a lightsaber sticking out of its fucking head. And why is it a fucking Cerberus if it's only got the one fucking head?
Yeah, no, it's Egg Cerberus. It's a lightsaber, unicorn-headed, giant robo-dog. And I don't have anything to add to that.
That's all you need to know.
It's dumb and...
Piss easy.
Yeah. You jump on it, grab its stupid lightsaber stick, and ram it into a wall. You
It's
do
like
that.
his antenna.
I think it's 4 times. Whatever.
Yeah.
Fight's over. You win. You're champions. You are winner.
So you get the princess here. For the life of me, I don't remember why. I think you chase him to the desert. Yeah, because at this point you beat Cerberus. You
What?
grab her, because I have written down Sonic runs all the way to the Windows 95 background.
Oh, is this where he tells her to just run through her problems?
Yeah.
Oh,
He tells
my
her to ignore her problems and continue to run.
Yeah, he's like, let's run. And she's like, I can't, you're too fast. Which, by the way, he is. Like, let's be serious. Mm-hmm. And he's like, no, ignore your problems. Just run. And she's like, this is great advice. It's terrible advice. So then you have to fight, like, Silver, right?
Yep.
Yep, when you get back to town, you fight Silver.
Hopefully, like me, you've already watched a playthrough of this, so you beat Silver on your first try. Or you just get mercilessly slaughtered by Silver over and over again.
Which was my experience.
Yeah, it took a few lives where he's just fucking spamming the little telekinesis bullshit, and it's like, I can't do anything. I'm just stuck forever.
Where he'd fuck your shit up, and then he'd grab you in midair, and then throw you straight up in an invisible fucking ceiling, and then you fall right down, and he catches you immediately and just fucking kills you.
Yep.
On fucking repeat.
Though I thought Silver was easier than Egg Cerberus. It's like once you figure out Silver, he's just a pushover.
I mean, yeah, if you know how to do it, he's a joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, it took me a minute, and then as soon as
I get that.
As soon as I got the pattern, yeah, like it was. As soon as I recognized what it was, no problem. But it's at this point where I wrote, I gave up with notes. I hated this game, and it was painful to play. Jason's doing the plot, so whatever.
Okay.
All right, yeah. So you beat Silver in this timeline. Woo!
Fucking
So the
spoilers.
game ends, and then
Yeah. You beat Silver, and guess what? Princess was getting kidnapped while you were fighting him.
just kidnapped.
Wasn't it, you beat Silver, the game decides that, lols, no, Silver actually won. He throws Sonic against a pillar, Amy shows up, right? Is this when Amy shows up?
This is when
She's
Amy
like,
shows up.
stop! And then when that happens, Eggman grabs the princess and fucks off.
Yeah, basically. That's what happens. You lose the princess again. Sonic is like, I gotta go get the princess. And Silver's like, no, I'm gonna kill you. And Amy jumps in the way, and she's like, no! Which, apparently she blocks telekinesis, because I didn't realize his psychic powers were that, like, directional. You'd think he could have still just, like, grabbed Sonic from behind her with his psychic mind powers.
No, Amy's the best.
She goes, stop, and he goes, well, all right.
I'll get to what I have to say when we get there.
So then Sonic's like, I gotta go save the princess again. So this is where you head off to Eggman's base.
He sounds just like Bill Cosby, too.
He does. Actually, I listened to their voices for all of, I think, the first level. And then, as I want to do, I turned off the sound to the game. Because I hated their voices. I hated them so much.
I wish I did that. I really fucking do for this game. I wish I turned the fucking sound off.
There is no redeeming quality of the sound.
Now we get to snowboard. Oh boy, snowboard. You and your magic snowboard.
Fuck gravity, let's go up.
Yeah.
Snowboard?
Yeah.
Your snowboard, which is the first time you really come to grasp the concept in this game. Movement is based on your camera.
Yeah, because he doesn't just continue to go downhill. You have to tell him to go downhill.
Yes. He goes forward in whichever direction the camera is pointed.
Mm-hmm.
Your invisible object camera that bashes against the wall and it's a pain to fucking move camera.
Yeah, so if you wheel it around so that it's pointing uphill and then you hold forward, you'll just start snowboarding uphill.
Yeah, that happens all the time.
Because fuck physics, I'm Sonic.
That's in the Olympics, right?
Yeah.
Uphill snowboarding.
Yeah.
I mean, you go up kind of slow, so it's boring to watch, but it's real,
Yeah.
You can tell the training they go through, I guess.
I would pay to watch that shit. Uphill snowboarding.
It would be kind of amazing. Like, I assume in real life you actually just turn the snowboard sideways and you have to jump up the hill.
No, that's the pussy's way out. You just stay where you are. Just...
You just squat and concentrate and move up.
Sheer force of will? Alright.
Yep, that's right. Just do it, bitch.
Because, yeah, you snowboard down the stupid hill, and then a big snow boulder chases you, and that's the wonderful point where it snaps the camera to be in front of you. So you're holding forward this whole time because you have to tell Sonic to go down the hill. But now the camera's facing in front of you, and so now you start going back up the hill into the boulder.
Yeah.
Fucking prime right there.
So inevitably when you get hit repeatedly and you probably die because of the fucking jump.
Yes.
Were you guys able to not get hit by this fucking rolling snow boulder? Because no matter what I did, I always got hit, no matter what.
Yeah, it's hard because I think you basically have to be perfect to be able to maintain your speed to get away from it. Otherwise, this thing is on your ass. And yeah, usually you take at least one hit. And then the jump afterward, which I had to restart this level so many times because of that jump. Because I could not fucking get it to work.
Me too. It's amazing. I fucking...
Yeah, you just jump. You just hold X and then let it go. And
then Sonic just...
plummets off a cliff.
Down.
Yeah, sometimes Sonic feels like he should jump sometimes, and sometimes he just wants to fall through the stage. Because Sonic's tired of this already.
That's right.
And we're not even a fifth of the way through Sonic's chapter?
Good lord.
I know. We gotta get through this because this is painful.
Yeah, it's painful and it's long and it's nightmarish garbage.
Yeah.
Forever. This is forever. It has changed my life and not for the better. Oh god, so you play as Tails some more and do some dumb shit to get Sonic through to the next
my God,
area.
I hate Tails so fucking much. His attacks are what the fuck are his bullshit attacks?
He throws a ring bomb.
Yeah. And then it leaves a bunch of rings on the map that you think you can pick up, but you can't.
Yeah, because everything is rings. There's rings you can't pick up, there's rings you can pick up, and then there's rings to buy things, which are different.
It's all separate
than the other rings.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's funny. It could be my long experience of my older brother Joe had a Sega. So, like, when I'd go and I'd hang out with my brother, we would play Sonic 2 because he would be Sonic and I would be Tails. So, because I was always forced to be the second player, I grew up with an appreciation for Tails.
Yep.
I fucking hate Tails now.
Mm-hmm.
God damn it, I fucking hate Tails.
It's like when the game makes you change to Tails. I'm pissed. I'm just angry at that point.
There's so much of this game that made me angry. Just thinking, fucking Tails. Fuck Tails. God damn it, I gotta play this motherfucking Tails now.
You find yourself missing the Sonic controls.
Snowboarding, bullshit tail section.
Bullshit tail section.
So the game ends.
You get control Sonic again. You do some more bullshit to break into Eggman's base. At this point, I think I've actually skipped the section where you met with Knuckles.
That's all right.
Because I think this is the point where you get to Eggman and he's like, do you have the Chaos Crystal? Whatever they're called.
Chaos Emerald.
Emerald, sure.
Emeralds.
Because you're going to trade the
cut like
Chaos
an
Emerald
emerald.
for the princess. And you're like, yeah, we brought the Chaos Emerald. And he's like, put it in that thing. You put it in that thing. And then he's like, suck it! And teleports you to the future.
You're right. You entirely missed, because you started in Soliana, you missed Newtown.
Yeah.
The warehouse where you meet Knuckles.
Yeah, because it's the new town on the other side of the mountain.
Anyway, suck it to the future.
Yeah, so you can teleport into the future where the game really hits its stride and unravels entirely at the same time.
You're sent to the ruins of questionable city 200 years into the future.
I have to assume it was Newtown. And there you meet freaking Shadow and Rouge.
Oh, yeah. Rouge.
Oh, man.
Hot.
Jake, you're going to have to contain your boners.
I can't.
Yeah, right.
Why does Rouge have such...
Supple form?
Yeah. She is very feminine.
Because that's how bats look in whatever fucking hellhole this game was made.
You know, because they're mammals.
Yeah.
Maybe she got implants.
Maybe. You'd have to ask Knuckles.
But who's the doctor that would do that? Robotnik?
Well,
Eggman?
yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's Robotnik. You're
It's
right.
Eggman.
It's Dr. Ivo Robotnik, who goes by Eggman. We'll fight about it, goddammit. I don't care.
Isn't Eggman what he was originally called in Japan?
In Japan.
And then came here as Robotnik.
It was Robotnik in the States.
And then they changed it back.
Now his name is officially Dr. Ivo, in quotations, Eggman Robotnik.
Okay, so is he Dr. Eggman or Dr. Robotnik?
Both.
Neither.
He's a fictional character. He doesn't exist. It's a ridiculous argument.
So you meet them in the future. Because why not? Is this where Shadow tells you? Yeah, this is where Shadow tells you, hey, we're in the future. Everything's destroyed and on fire. I can get us back to the past if we get some Chaos Emeralds because I can control time.
Yep.
Right.
You're like, wow, Shadow, that's a great power. Why haven't you done this already? Since you're hanging out with Rouge, who calls herself the best, like, treasure hunter in the world.
Well, I think he does that in the other games, Shadow,
Yeah.
but not until this point in this game.
Yep. So you go through the Fire City. Jake, how'd the Fire City go for you?
Fire City's fucking retarded bullshit. I don't really want to talk about it, Jason, but if you want to go, please.
Come on.
It's not just the
What are we holding for?
I didn't say hold on. I said come on.
Oh,
the sliding rails part, which it starts you off with. It's not the constant fucking monsters that are all goddamn over. If the fucking civilization is destroyed, then where the fuck do these monsters come from? All these motherfucking monsters spawning goddamn everywhere. All these motherfucking buildings that just fucking are knocked over so you can casually fucking go along in these goddamn jumping points. Who put up these motherfucking jumping pads all goddamn over? Especially the motherfucking ruined city. They should be on fucking fire. Everything's on goddamn fire, Jason. Explain it to me.
magic hedgehogs. That's all I got. That's all there is. You thought about this game for, like, an iota, and it burned into your mind, because that's what it does if you try to make sense of anything in this stupid goddamn game.
I need another beer.
Alright, you go get that beer, and I'll explain to them. You get through the Fire City,
Grab me one, will you? There you go.
There's another high-speed section where you run from a fire tornado. That sucks, because they switch perspective on you, so you're running towards the camera all of a sudden. Oh, Jake apparently has more to say about this, because that's awful, because now the controls are backwards as well as the camera, and it's...
Super inverted.
yeah,
No, I was just trying to pause while I...
Oh, I'm not pausing. Why would I pause? You do that, you find... Is it Eggman's base in the future? Where you see... what is his name?
Mephiles?
Yeah. Mephiles teleport him, Silver, and presumably Blaze back in time.
Yeah, it's Blaze. I don't know. I guess you could assume that it's Eggman's future burned base, but like you just like stumble upon him in a building.
So that's a thing that's happening. And then you go meet up with Shadow and Rouge again. And Shadow and Rouge are like, yeah, we already found one Chaos Emerald. How are you guys doing? And we're like, I don't know. Dicks in our hand. We don't got anything.
Amazing.
So, you've been doing real good. And they're like, well, there's another Chaos Emerald in this volcano. If you can come with us, I suppose. All the while, Knuckles and Rouge argue like disgruntled married couple.
Yeah, they've always been like that, and it's like I don't even get where that shit came from.
You can tell they bang.
How does that happen? She's a bat.
He's an echidna. They're both mammals, right?
Yeah.
What I mean is he has a penis and she has a vagina.
Okay.
So then you go through the absolute bullshit volcano level.
I'm done for the night. That's
Clean
just-
stream.
Because that's where you get to run along walls, and that isn't... that almost killed Jake, just remembering that section. Because, yeah, you got to run across a wall, but there's lava underneath. And as I said, your motion is relative to the camera, so everything's a nightmare when, like, forward becomes down all of a sudden.
When you hit a boost pad and then the camera shifts and you're not sure where you're supposed to go, and the controls are too fucking sensitive, then suddenly you just fucking fall in some goddamn lava and you lose all your fucking rings, and because it's lava, assumedly, all the rings go away, and then you try and make it to a fucking platform, but you can't because it's too fucking far.
It's pretty innovative when you think about it.
That is a way to put it. That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah. So, stupid Sonic section, super Sonic section, and then you finally get to play as Knuckles, and the game goes to shit.
Oh.
It's really saying something that it's at this point the game goes to shit, because you put up with Sonic's bullshit.
Yeah.
And you suffered through Tails.
Yeah, what has it been up until now?
Wow. I don't know.
If it's just now shit.
Diarrhea. It's been hot, sweaty diarrhea up till this point, but you
Yeah.
haven't started vomiting yet.
Ah.
It's Knuckles where the screaming eagle begins.
When you just try to climb something, and then the camera goes all wonky, and so every direction becomes the wrong direction, and then you try to get off of the thing you're climbing, but the game doesn't let you. You're just attached to this wall forever until you find a way to, like, scrape off of it by running into something long enough.
So Knuckles, like all echidnas, glides like a sugar glider.
Yep.
And climbs things with the spikes on his knuckles, you know, hence the namesake, or for his namesake. And
I mean, to be fair, he actually climbs about a foot off of everything. If you turn the camera, he just kind of hovers in front of it and moves.
I was scared of moving the camera.
I get that, because camera placement had killed me a couple hundred times at this point, probably. And then you accidentally glide through the wall. That happened once.
That happens a lot in this game. Lots of clipping.
I would glide into stuff so that I could climb it and then keep going. Is that what you mean? Where there's nothing there to actually grab onto and you just fall in some fucking lava?
No, not into lava. Like, I would glide into the actual wall and go through it and fall into the black abyss that was not the level. So yeah, Knuckles can break the level.
Yes, Knuckles. He's the only one that does that.
Only one. I mean, the horrible clipping issues happens with everyone. He's the only one I ever managed to, like, just fly through barriers that were supposed to be barriers and into stuff that was not rendered. And then you play as Sonic, and then you fight Iblis. Which I guess we skipped in the intro cutscene. You see Silver, who, by the way, this is his introduction. No one has ever seen Silver before in any Sonic game.
No.
So this is the first time you've seen this new Silver White Hedgehog.
Original character.
Yeah, he sees Sonic and he goes, "The Iblis trigger." And you're like, I don't know what any of that means.
Well, in the opening cutscene where the Princess Elise looks at Sonic and then has a weird flashback where he's Silver and then back to Sonic and you don't know why and it's dumb.
Then he calls you the Iblis trigger and it's just dumb and confusing more, and you're like, what? What?
So you fight Iblis.
So you fight Iblis, a giant lava worm. I don't know. You punk his dumb ass. Get his Chaos Emerald, and then Shadow creates a time rift, and you jump back to the past, present, whatever.
Not important.
It gets hazy and it makes my brain hurt.
You have to save the princess again.
Always.
They need to put a bell on her.
Just put a fucking bullet in her brain, then you don't have to fucking worry about it because she's 6 feet in the fucking ground.
Yeah,
A
right.
little extreme, but alright.
I hate her. I hate all of them. I hate her the most. She's weird looking, and that's not why that I hate her, but it doesn't help.
Yeah, she's weird looking. And it's great because she's weird looking in different ways in like every single cutscene.
Every time you see her.
Yep. Because they never render her the same.
Do we even know her name?
Elise.
Elise. Okay, great.
Yeah, Princess Elise of Soliana.
The thriving nation of Soliana, which consists of Soliana, the city, and Newtown.
Yeah, they have all that industry.
Well, they got 2 cities?
And the forest ruins where the city used to be.
Yeah. And the mayor gives you like a pat. I don't fucking know how this world works.
Yeah, I don't want to get into an argument or like even a discussion really on the government of Soliana. Jason, would you please continue?
Please.
All right. I think this is at the point where you play the Tails only level, where you have Tails go through Wave Ocean by himself for no reason,
Right.
and literally nothing changes.
Yeah, it is the same fucking level. You're just Tails the whole time now.
Yeah,
That's
and you
what
get
everybody wanted. They're clamoring for it.
you get back from that level, and it didn't help. Like the plot is still the same point. I honestly don't remember. I don't know. There's probably you go through the forest level at some point, and then you have to do the trials to become worthy to go through the White Acropolis. Is that now? Is that when you do this?
No, we're you're skipping the radical train.
Oh God!
Oh, yes.
No. So you chase a train. It's stupid.
Because Eggman has Elise, the princess, on a train, and it's gonna hit a fucking bomb or some bullshit unless Sonic rushes to stop it, right? Isn't that what you're doing? You have to go and
You have to
stop
prevent it from hitting the barriers or it explodes.
That's so fucking random.
Yeah, because Dr. Eggman's whole plan revolves around harnessing the flames of destruction, which are contained within Princess Elise. We'll get to that.
So, Dr. Robotnik, king of fucking robots, just makes whatever the fuck he wants so long as it's stupid and barely functions,
Yeah.
is on this train that he didn't build, and it's just constantly hitting explosives. I mean, that's, like, his plans aren't really well thought out anyway, but that's poor even for him.
Oh, yeah. Or that he wants the flames of disaster so that he can control time, despite, as we saw with his ability to send Sonic to the future, already having a functional time machine.
Maybe it only works once.
It makes sense that you'd use it the one time to send Sonic to the future where he can no longer hurt you,
Yeah.
instead of, like, 600 million years in the future, like, into the center of the sun or some bullshit. Anyway, Radical Train, how's that go?
You chase the train, you click all of the buttons so that it doesn't hit things and explode. And then you... I think this is where you save at least for the least period of time.
Oh, right, because you get her, and then, is this where she just walks back to Robotnik?
No. The train section is where you literally stop the train and then Silver shows up again. But Shadow jumps in the way. And then Shadow and Silver fight. While they're doing that, Eggman kidnaps her
There's so
again.
many damn hedgehogs running around fighting.
There's only 4.
Why?
Yes, why?
Why indeed? So that's probably that point.
Yep.
Yep.
And then do you do the trials?
You do the trials when you save her, and then she decides that the best course of action is to just go with Robotnik, so she fucking goes with him, and Sonic's like, the fuck, and then, that's when you do the trials.
So you do the trial of... what's the first one? Intelligence?
Knowledge.
And you jump through portals.
You jump through random fucking portals so you figure out where the fuck you're supposed to go, even though...
Yeah, there's 3 portals. One of them sends you to the next set of portals. The other 2 send you back.
I'm trying not to just, like, rage and, like...
So it's not knowledge. It's just kind of guessing until eventually you get it right.
Yeah, because... Yeah.
So if you have the knowledge to watch a walkthrough,
There you go.
right, you did it. You have
So I failed is what you're saying.
You did. You have the trial of Puncheon.
Courage is next.
Okay, the trial of courage, where you have to defeat all the enemies without any rings. This trial is bullshit and garbage, and everything is about it is wrong.
Yeah, we haven't talked about it up to here, but the enemy hitboxes are fucking weird and bullshit,
Yeah.
as well as Sonic's hitbox being weird and
Yeah.
bullshit. And sometimes you'll do Sonic's bullshit homing attack to hit an enemy, and instead of actually hitting the enemy, Sonic just takes damage because it's funny.
Yeah,
But
sure.
it's not funny when you don't have any fucking rings, so you don't actually get to take a hit, and you just fucking die, and then you have to start the whole thing over with 600 fucking cutscenes.
Yeah, that's the part is, it doesn't just start you back at the beginning of the trial, it kicks you out of the trial, so you have to re-talk to the guy who's like, loading screen. Do you want to do this trial? Loading screen. Yes. Loading screen. It takes like at least a minute to get just back into the trial.
I read that it does that with the load screens because it renders the game from scratch every time.
dear God.
Having sat through it, that feels about right.
It wouldn't surprise me.
And it's worse on PlayStation 3 than Xbox.
Yeah, I've heard the PlayStation 3 version is worse. That's why we played it.
Yeah.
I
Right.
wondered that, like, as we were playing it, like, what's the difference between them? Because, yeah, we did the PS3 because it was supposed to be worse, and, man... But, like, looking at the 360 version, I don't think it's that much worse.
Oh, no, it still looks like the same game, which everything about it is wrong, so...
The load screens are supposed to be shorter.
If they're like, there's less loading times, I'd be like, okay, but the game is still garbage and broken and bad in every way. So you get through the trial of punching, and then, man, oh man, it's time for the trial of love, which...
This useless trial makes you pick between Amy, who, like Sonic fans know who Amy is, and then if you're new to the series and this is your jumping off point, you've seen once.
Yeah, you have no idea who Amy is. If this was your first Sonic game,
I'm sorry.
she's that weird one that jumped in the way to save you. Because in actual Sonic lore, she loves Sonic and is constantly trying to get with him, but he's too cool and free-spirited to settle down, I guess.
He is pretty cool.
Yeah, those are words. So you get a pick between the human princess that you just met or Amy, the pink hedgehog.
And what happens?
Nothing. Literally nothing changes. It's the best fucking thing. So naturally I picked Amy because I'm not into that weird, like, human on hedgehog bullshit.
Okay, I picked Amy too.
And I picked the fucking princess because that's the whole reason that you've been doing all this shit.
No, you've been doing this shit to fuck with Eggman. You don't even care about the princess.
I got my, eye on the prize. Princess.
You're just thinking about that sweet puh.
That's right. You just said "puh" first of all.
So you pass the trial of love, no matter who you pick.
Right.
And they let you into the
That's
Kingdom
pretty,
Valley.
That's pretty deep, though. So it's like a life lesson.
Yeah, no matter what you do, you'll make out with a blue hedgehog, he'll turn Super Saiyan and save the world.
Yes.
Really? Yeah. I didn't even know where to start with that. You know what? Please just go on.
I really can't wait for this to be over.
Oh no, this is perfect because we're like, we got so much forever. I don't know, you save her, but no, you fail to save her and like everything explodes. So you go back in time again, like an hour?
No, I don't. It's not even that far. Like, you go back 10 minutes.
Yeah, because you fail to save her, the ship explodes, Eggman's ship explodes with her on it, and she dies. And then with the
Everyone
help...
rejoices.
Yeah, it's fucking great. With the help of Silver, you go back in time. Yeah, it's like a hop, skip, and a jump. It's seriously 10 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, somewhere in that time range. It's not even like you went to yesterday. You went 30 years ago and kicked Eggman's teeth in when he was a scrawny little boy.
You permanently crippled Eggman, so he doesn't get to be the, I don't know, global terrorist that he is.
What the fuck did they do to Sonic? This shit used to be cool.
He doesn't eat any chili dogs, and he's not pregnant, so it's not Sonic as far as I'm concerned.
Man. Sonic is why I love chili dogs. And they're delicious.
Like, I totally get that. And they're delicious.
They are delicious. I want chili dogs.
Man, why isn't Skyline open now?
I thought you said chili dog.
It's the best fast food chili dog you're going to get around here, because I'm sure shit not getting them from Rallies anymore.
Yeah, I mean, you can get sepsis. Rallies is right there.
Shout out to Rallies. How you doing? New sponsor.
So you go back in time like 20 minutes and then you save the princess. Hooray! I guess you all like Super Matrix Neo jumping off explosions when you save her.
Whoa. We didn't talk about the aquatic base.
Bruh, I don't have the mental capacity for this game anymore.
There's one part in particular I want to talk about in this fucking level. It's not more...
You're talking about the silver ball of death?
Yeah. The level itself is circuitous and weird. More importantly, you have a giant silver ball of death.
It's bad the first time. It's way worse the second. So you jump on it and it handles horribly. It's got this weird momentum going for it that like nothing else in the game does. And then there's like this laser grid that, does the whole thing that laser grid in stupid bases always does, where they turn off and on in sequence. And you have to steer it through there, and you like bounce off of walls and shit, and if you ever touch one, you die instantly.
Yeah, any laser, or if you run into the laser with the ball, then it disappears and you fall into fucking oblivion, because that's how bases are built, over a pit of fucking nothingness.
Yeah, you fall into the center of the earth and die.
Well, yeah, you've been to supervillain school, you know that.
I don't get to talk about that. They were clear in the paperwork.
Okay. I didn't know you finished.
I can't talk about that either.
Oh, okay.
Supervillain dropout, and I'm sad about it.
I'm class of 13.
Are we done with Sonic? You saved the princess?
Yeah, we're done.
And like...
Sonic, Shadow now.
No, you still have the final boss fight with Eggman.
Oh
yeah,
my
where
God.
he's on a flying raptor.
The Egg Wyvern.
Yeah, sure. And it's dumb and easy, and
Yes.
he sucks at everything and explodes and dies at the end, except he doesn't, because in the final chapter, he's there with all the good guys like, we should save the world! And you're like, what the fuck? But, yeah.
Eggman is immortal. You can't kill fucking Robotnik.
So you save
I
the
hate that
princess.
you just use both.
She,
I did that intentionally. You're welcome.
she's like, wow, Sonic, you're the best. And she like looks at the camera and winks, which is really disconcerting.
With, like, in this cutscene, her head is, like, elongated, like, fucking X-Files, the Greys. Like, her head just looks weird and alien.
That's how Sonic's thing ends. Like, he didn't... I mean, he fucked with Eggman, but, like, they didn't even touch all this other shit that's about to hit the fan, because shit's about to hit the fan.
He doesn't even get the princess pregnant
Yet. Probably.
You mean she doesn't get Sonic pregnant?
Yet.
with chili dogs.
Well, and chili dogs.
They want a chili dog.
So you think, yay, I'm done with the game, and then you now get to play as...
Well, you can actually play them in either order. We're going to go through Shadow the Hedgehog next, so that's the order I went in.
Yep.
Time to play as Shadow the Hedgehog. He's gritty and real and on orders from the president.
Which president?
I don't know.
Which president says, "Hey, I need a hedgehog with weird rollerblades"?
When you get access to Shadow, you fucking use Shadow. That's some next level president shit right there.
Yeah. They're like, here's the secret Shadow codes.
Oh, okay. Some guy with a briefcase that's handcuffed to him.
Yeah, so Shadow's on a mission from the president to rescue an agent, which is Rouge.
Which you'd think they'd just tell him beforehand.
Yeah, you
Because,
think.
like, how often they work together.
You mean like always?
Yeah, that one. So, thankfully, we can skip most of the levels in this because they're all
They're
the
all
same.
the same.
Literally, you just replay the levels in, like, a different order and with slightly different characters. So, here you start with Eggman's base. Hooray.
Complete with snowboarding, but instead of the snowboard, it's just Shadow's slidey boots.
And then you get to the first vehicle section, and you throw your controller through the TV, and you give up.
And then the game ends.
Because that's Shadow's gimmick. Shadow has vehicles.
He also breakdances.
He does. In midair. I don't know, this one's a stupid car that launches rockets, and you blow up some stuff, and then, I don't know, man.
Right, so you use the stupid car with the stupid rockets, and you find Tits McGee the Bat. And...
Yeah. She's like, why did you even come here? I got this shit. And
Which makes sense because she's a fucking bat and has the power of flight.
yeah, she's like, I already got the stick of darkness. And you're like, okay. Then you fight Egg Cerberus on ice.
Sure, why not? Do it again. Fun.
Yeah,
Because there's more than one of them, assumedly. It's not the same one that
probably 3 of them.
Sonic... Yeah, I would hope so.
Why bother designing a new boss? Just copy and paste.
Well, yeah, because you're going to fight Iblis later, and it's the same exact fight again.
Huh?
No, it's different because you're Shadow.
Right, sorry. You're a different color this time.
That's racist.
Sorry to all black hedgehogs out there.
Whoa, why they gotta be black?
Can we continue?
We can. We might be able to.
Jesus, where are we?
You
End
get
of Shadow.
Rouge, and then you. I think that's where you get teleported in the future. Like the scepter breaks
Right, yes. The Book of Darkness breaks.
and releases Mephisto. What the fuck is his name?
It's Mephiles.
Sure. And he shows up, and he's a ghost hedgehog, and he's like, "Wow, I'm evil."
It's a force hedgehog.
He also doesn't have a mouth. And just so we're clear for the audience, I said the Book of Darkness because the dialogue, the voice actor messed that up when he was reading it. Instead of the Scepter of Darkness, he calls it the Book of Darkness, which I latched onto because, man, it was funny.
It's funny. They didn't even give a fuck.
Yeah,
No, they did not.
It's just like, hurry up, get this shit done. We don't care.
The fact that they couldn't be just bothered to do a second take is just amazing and tells you everything about this game. Because there was no second take. There was no testing to make sure it worked.
Fuck no, got it and won.
So now you're in the future and you get to see the other side of this stupid Shadow Sonic interaction. Boop-a-doo, boop-a-doo. You go get some Chaos Emeralds, you fight Iblis again, and then you're back.
From outer space, you just walked in to find Shadow here with that look upon his
Stop.
Jesus, I don't even remember how this goes because there's like 7 more instances of time travel. At some point you run into Silver and then you fight Silver as Shadow because this is when, in Sonic's story, Shadow saves him from Silver. And so you do that dumb shit, you meet Silver, and you go back in time again to when Mephiles and...
I swear you pronounce his name like 20 different ways.
I'm trying. With Iblis are like inside a weird vat together, and then they break, and Shadow goes after Mephiles, and Silver goes after Iblis.
Yes.
In the past. I see that stroking out look on your face. I'm trying.
I'm trying to remember it, and I'm also trying really hard not to start frothing, so...
Yeah, so you go find the Scepter of Darkness because you're like, I know this works to seal Mephiles. And then you go fight him. You fight him like 3 times.
Yeah, I do.
Every time he sucks. He's like, I'm gonna summon minions. You beat up all the minions, and you fill up Shadow's bar, and then you go Super Shadow, where you start glowing, and it banishes all the shadows. And Mephiles is like, I can't hide in the darkness anymore. And then you punch him in his stupid face.
Yeah, every time you knock the ever-living shit out of him without even fucking trying.
Yeah. And I guess I'm skipping over every part where you play as Rouge or Omega, because Omega's garbage and I hate everything about him.
Omega is garbage, but you shouldn't skip over...
How frustrating it is to play as him?
Rouge, because she makes all the levels easy.
Oh, yeah.
Because she flies.
Basically, every level you play as her, they clearly didn't intend for her to play as, or just couldn't be asked to care, because you usually just climb the nearest big thing, and then jump and glide over the entire level to the end.
Yup.
They're doing you a favor. It's a shortcut. You don't have to play that fucking
Yeah,
game.
thank God.
Yeah. She's just like the female Knuckles, or the bad Knuckles.
Yeah, except she's way better in this game, because his are always in caves and shit, and there's roofs, and it's awful.
I always hated that they did that with Knuckles, too. I feel like you could do so much more, but he's just like the dude who searches for treasure in the old games. And
Yeah.
it's like, come on.
My issue in playing with Knuckles in this game is his attack. Because her attack is like, she's got bombs, kind of like Tails, but they don't leave rings, so the frame rate doesn't suffer. But Knuckles is just melee.
Which is great when, if you touch someone, you take damage, and their like hitbox versus the size of them is not consistent. So every now and then you'll just take damage, cause...
Yeah, I can never get a good feel for using Knuckles, so I just didn't engage any enemies. I just glide right past everything as much as you can.
I mean, I basically never tried to engage enemies with any of the characters because it just slowed the game down and was awful.
Yep.
And then you play as Omega and you hate everything.
Oh, man. Omega.
His jump is, like, awful, and he does this weird glide, but he descends slowly. So if you didn't hold jump at the right point, you're just going to plummet to your death. And... he's got this long range attack that kind of sometimes works, and every now and then when he's running, all of a sudden his boosters will kick in and you'll start moving like double time. You're moving way faster than any other character, so you become impossible to control. Yeah, I think I covered Omega.
Yep.
It's garbage. You play as him a few times and it all sucks.
It's amazing how it's like you think you've hit rock bottom.
Yeah.
And it's like
Every time.
Like,
Every time. And they're like, well, but wait, you haven't played as Blaze yet.
Yeah, we got more characters, bro.
So yeah, you beat up Mephiles. And by the 3rd time you beat him, you try to contain him in the Stick of Darkness, and he's like, that won't work on me anymore. And you're like, shocker, big turn. He's constantly trying to turn Shadow to the dark side, because in the future, Shadow gets imprisoned for stuff.
By Omega. Bum, bum, bum.
Heel turn. You know, whatever.
Yeah, just fuck you.
Yeah.
You didn't care when you were playing it. Like, yeah, great,
Yeah.
whatever.
So Mephiles duplicates himself like 100 times and is like, you can't stop me, I'm so powerful. And Shadow's like, oh yeah, watch me. Bling, bling, drops the rings that are like on his wrist and then goes Omega Super Saiyan. I don't know what you call it, because he suddenly just creates this giant shield of light that parts the sea of demons, and it's fucking dumb.
Yeah, smash cut to Shadow's credits and then amazing music.
Yeah, it's great.
Alex just shaking your head.
All I can think about is just how much I used to like the Sonic game on the GameCube. And then I played this, and this game is so bad it makes me hate other games.
I want to get to that.
Okay.
But we got two more chapters left, because then you got Silver. Silver's everything's awful. Oh man, Silver
Yeah.
is their new character, and he's got telekinetic powers. And he's from the future where Iblis, the giant fire demon, has destroyed the world. And so he has to go back in time to stop what he believes is Sonic is the one who sets Iblis free. It's not. It's Mephiles. Duh. Whose plan is retarded.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Mephiles tells Silver that it was a blue hedgehog that set loose Iblis. And Silver... because Sonic and Shadow, that's his name, play fairly similar. They both have homing attacks. I mean, Shadow does his breakdance, but you have, like, running sections because super fast hedgehogs. Silver doesn't play like that. No, Silver doesn't run.
He's nice and plodding, you know. I like how for Silver's section, they decided to put all the really slow characters. I mean, legitimately, Blaze and Amy are also pretty slow characters.
Amy's slow as all fuck, but
Yeah, and like
I thought Blaze moved alright.
Silver's section, the whole game comes to a crawl, and it's like, this is not what Sonic should be like at all. I miss the high-speed insanity of Sonic and Shadow when I'm playing through Silver's goddamn levels.
I didn't get that because they're so fucking a pain in the ass to control, and I liked the... It's hard to say change of pace when this is what you're doing now, and I mean, overall pacing of the game is weird, but like, I liked Silver's acts, I guess, because that's what they call them, but there was no running sections, which I was so fucking for.
So Silver's got, you're in the future, you get teleported to the past, you fight Sonic, you do something dumb after that, I don't know, you hang out with Amy, because this is where you get Amy. So I guess we should talk about Amy's new super secret power.
Alright, Amy goes invisible.
Yeah.
Like all hedgehogs.
Hopefully permanently.
Damn, what'd Amy do to you?
I've always hated Amy.
I know, you picked Elise over Amy, which is...
Yeah. Elise is the fucking human. You know, Puh. There you go.
Amy's got Puh. She's a female hedgehog.
I guess. I don't know the anatomy of a hedgehog well enough, I guess.
I don't want to.
Yeah.
You don't want to go down that rabbit hole?
Well, it'd be a hedgehog hole. Hey!
Do they live in holes?
Yes, but that's not what I was talking about.
Oh. I get it.
It's so much worse.
Sexual jokes about hedgehogs.
13-year-old hedgehogs, actually.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
so
but
much
I mean-
fucking worse.
Is that, like, how long do hedgehogs live?
I don't know. Like, when you look at the ages in all these fucking characters, none of them make any fucking sense.
Yeah. Because we looked that up post, because it's really creepy to me.
Okay.
And we'll talk about that in a moment. I don't know, Silver does stuff in the present, and then he fights Shadow, and him and Shadow go into the past. He goes after Iblis, watches Elise's dad seals Iblis in her.
Yeah, because that's quality parenting right there.
Yeah, he uses a chaos emerald to seal the demon inside of her, and dies as well.
And then dies.
Yeah.
And I guess his final warning is like, hey, if you ever cry, you'll release a world-ending demon, so don't do that.
Which is weird that she's unconscious and,
Remembers all that?
yeah.
Yep.
Just, usual stuff.
It's just all written, like, half-ass. They don't give a fuck. Just get an idea down and throw it at them.
Hackneyed and weird.
Yep.
Silver then goes back to... Does he go back to the regular present, or does he go... Yeah, because that's where he helps Sonic save Elise by sending him back in time 30 minutes. And Sonic's like, you've got somewhere else to be. So you head back to the future, which is Silver's present, to fight Iblis for the last time.
Again.
Mercifully.
So you fight Iblis for... this is actually the fifth time? Because you fight him as Sonic, Shadow, and then twice as Silver? Because you open with a fight against him.
Yep.
And then you end with a fight against him. You don't fight him in the past, do you? When he gets sealed inside Elise.
No.
You just have to do
Because then you'd just be beating up a child, which...
that would have made the game so much better.
True. After playing this game, that's kind of how you feel.
I would have been for it after playing this game, yeah.
So you fight Iblis for the last time, and then Silver's like, I'm going to seal Iblis inside of me, and takes his 2 Chaos Emeralds and does the stupid ritual that he saw. And Iblis is like, nah.
He attempts to do the fusion dance, yeah.
Iblis is like, nah, bitch. So Blaze is like, I got this. Grabs the 2 Chaos Emeralds, is like, seal inside of me, yo, and it works. Because she's like, I've got a heart of fire.
And then
comes the greatest line drop in the history of the world.
Yes.
She seals Iblis inside of her. And then turns to Silver and is like, great, now that that's done, freeze me in time and send me to another dimension. And time, because there's no warning that this is gonna come from anywhere. It's just dropped on you. You're like, what? And that's Silver's reaction too. He's like, no. And she's like, we agreed to this. What? So she starts floating away, and Silver, like, does some stupid shit, and she, like, turns gray and vanishes.
Yep.
What in the actual fuck just happened? Congratulations, you just beat the game as Silver. You've unlocked the final chapter.
Yep, after all that bullshit, you're still not done.
No, because you jump into that final chapter, whip whip bam wazzle, first thing that happens, special beam cannon. And this isn't even a joke. Straight up. In the present of Sonic's timeline. Dear God. Mephiles special beam cannons a motherfucker and Sonic dies. This, of course, breaks Elise's heart and she starts crying. It's a world-ending demon! With the world-ending demon released, Mephiles does the fusion dance with him, and they form... What the fuck is its name? Solaris?
No.
Solaris? Salubion?
Solarian.
I don't even fucking remember.
Bro, I need a name.
Steve.
They form Steve. Steve is the devourer of time and space.
Steve consumes the past, present, and future.
No, it's literally called Solaris.
Oh my god.
Yes, so Steve, devourer of time and space, just all of a sudden the world, it's just like night sky bizarrity, and then you're on these floating platforms with all of the characters.
Bizarrity.
Except for Blaze? I don't remember her being there.
No, she was sent to, she was frozen in time and sent to another dimension.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure she's still dead.
Whoa, she's not dead. She's just somewhere else.
Frozen in time, filled with a demon.
Just like she wanted.
Man,
Yep.
pause on that one.
Would that we could all be so lucky, am I right?
She got filled with that demon real good.
Whew.
Clean stream.
Clean stream.
Cleanest. So they're all like, we need to stop this universe-ending nightmare. That is...
Sonic 06?
Yeah. And so you have to play as all the characters, go through a level. They're all the levels you've played through, except this time there's magic portals that either pull you into them and kill you instantly, or shoot fucking things at you.
So, this last level, because you have to play with... Jesus, do you play with 8 characters all in a row?
I think so.
And you can't fail, otherwise you have to start over?
Yeah.
Is a culmination of all of the game's bullshit. Not just the bad camera angles. It forces you to play with every character. You're on a very strict timer. There's so much more instant death, which is saying something for this game, giving all of this shit that will just fucking kill you out of nowhere. You have to get it perfectly with the set number of lives that you have, which of course you can pick extras up as you go through them, but oh my god. I don't want to talk about it. I'm about to go into fucking rage flashbacks and start breaking shit.
Yeah. Do it.
You play as all the characters. You get the Chaos Emeralds. And then you assemble them into some magic circle. And Princess Elise gives Sonic the kiss of life. Using the power of Chaos Emerald. Look,
Let's be real here about furries.
That just doesn't make sense.
It's not cool.
Already what she said. Let's be real about furries.
Yeah, let's be real. All right, look.
All right. Okay, let's be real about furries.
You have the weird alien-looking Princess Elise making out with Sonic. I don't think even Sonic fans are cool with that.
No, they're not. I can tell you from doing research for this game on Sonic subreddits and forums, no one wanted that kiss. It's fucking weird.
It's weird.
Excluding the weird between speciesness of it, it's still weird. Which means when you add that on top, what in the actual fuck?
Well, you summoned all 7 Dragon Balls. She's the one wishing Sonic back to life, and I guess in order to do it, it's a fucking kiss, and then he gets up, and he turns Super Saiyan, and then Shadow's like, right, we can do that. And then Silver's like, that's the thing we can do, and they're both like, get with it, bitch, and then...
So now you've got Super Sonic, Super Shadow, and Super Silver. They're off to save the world.
I wish they would drop that Super Sonic horse shit.
Yeah,
Because-
but he's gold and can fly now.
Yeah, and live in space.
He's Goku.
Yeah.
And you have like the most boring boss fight in the world.
Yeah, it's fucking stupid. Like, all the boss fights in here, it's fucking dumb. It's not hard.
No, that's the thing I found funniest about it, is that some of the other boss fights killed me, and it was mostly just due to their bullshit, but they still killed me, and so they were challenging in that I would randomly die. I didn't die against Solaris. I was bored.
Yep.
I don't think I really died that often on any of the boss fights.
Silver with Sonic is the only one that really gave me any trouble. After that, no.
Yeah, instead you get killed by like slightly circular running platforms.
Yeah, or fucking treadmills or...
Yeah.
Jesus, bullshit.
Sand. Lots
Fucking sand? Motherfucking sand!
Oh, you mean all the insta-kill sand?
Insta-kill sand, yes.
Except for when it's not.
Yeah. Because reasons. Don't worry about the reasons, we're not going to tell you.
So anyway, final boss fight, Solaris, multi-stage something.
Yeah, there's 2 stages. They don't change like anything in between the stages that I could tell.
Well, what the fuck do you expect? You don't get new stuff. Play it again.
Alright, so you play it again. You beat Solaris for the 2nd time, and that opens a portal through time that Sonic and Elise go through, where you snuff out a candle that holds Iblis, I guess.
Yep.
Right, you gotta explain this to me, because they're just like, this candle's the eternal flame. If I blow it out, Iblis doesn't exist. What?
Yeah, Solaris, which is held in the eternal flame, escaped, I guess, when the former king of Soliana, Elise's father, was attempting to use that with an experiment to provide free energy for everybody or some fucking bullshit, and then that whole shit goes awry and everything explodes, and he manages to seal the flame into his daughter instead of back to the candle where it was because she was closer and he's a piece of shit.
I get that. Alright, he's adding some variety to her life.
Yeah. Have fun with this forever, bitch. I'm dying. Bye.
A
Direct
last
quote.
memento from Dad.
I hope that I can curse my children with demons.
Isn't that what we all hope?
Yeah. Why have them otherwise?
Right?
I mean, I guess basically you've already done it.
I mean, I had them for the physical labor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. The place is pretty clean.
Yeah, they worked really hard at it, too.
Yeah, we'll get in on the demon summoning later.
Hey. Anyway.
There's still more?
Oh yeah, no, we got 17 more things to cover. Starting with, so she's all like, if I blow this out, I'll never meet you. And Sonic's like, yep, you should do it. Which is great considering the whole, she loves him, I guess.
A bedroom eye she's giving him the whole time, and Sonic's like, meh.
Yeah.
He's too cool for school.
He's just like, I literally don't care about you or any of these problems. Fucking do it. And so she does. And then we go back to the first cutscene. It's the same exact thing. She's heading down on this boat. She's got her weird Olympic torch. It hits the point where there's supposed to be PTSD about Fire Godzilla. That doesn't happen. She still gets up, lights the thing, everyone celebrates. Which, I don't know why they still celebrate the, like, eternal flame when that's not a thing anymore.
Hold on. I'm going to stop you right there. That goes into questions like, what's with the government of Soliana, which, no.
Yeah. Let's
Just
not
shut
go
that
there.
shit down.
It's not worth it.
Because Final Fantasy celebration reasons, whatever.
Yeah.
Sure. So she lights the fire, and Sonic runs by and is just like, I'm Sonic! But she doesn't recognize him because they didn't have this whole... So they literally retconned this entire game out of, like, existence because maybe they knew exactly how shit it was, but I don't know.
They had to have known.
That's the game.
That's the game. As far as effects on the lore of the Sonic universe, I guess it basically didn't happen. You heard us interject in and out. It handles like a nightmare in every sense. It's boring.
Yep.
It's dumb.
Empty.
Oh god, yeah, it's
Repetitive.
so weird. You go places and they're like just giant, but there's like nothing there.
No, like the forest.
Yeah.
Where it's mostly just empty field. Or the cities, which have townsfolk in them, but because they don't, like, move, a couple of them do, but they just are, like, stationary. So it feels incredibly empty when you're in it. Mm-hmm. And it's weird.
Especially because, like, some of them, they have whole large buildings. It's like, here's this, like, 10-story building, and you're like, there are not enough people here to fill one-story building.
There must have been a war.
Fingers crossed.
Yes, and hopefully for another one.
Sonic 06 2.
Sonic 12.
Hey! Yeah, the buildings are proportioned weird as well. Not just that they're, like, too big. They're not big enough to actually support people.
It's like playing in a model.
And then you accidentally talk to someone with a blue spot over their head.
And then suddenly you get a side quest.
Well, first you get a loading
Load
screen.
screen.
Then you get the option to do a side quest.
And then another load screen.
So yeah, these side quests, which, why are there side quests to begin with? I don't know.
To earn rings so you can buy shit.
I earned enough of them just playing the levels.
Yeah, but if you do the side quest, you can get all the upgrades in case you didn't do well enough in the act missions.
Okay.
The ever important upgrades.
That I never used, even though I bought.
Even if you don't do anything.
But a lot of these side missions are confusing and bizarre, and incredibly hard to do.
I personally love the one where you have to find the guard captain.
Oh, that's beautiful. This is the best. You talk to them, he's like, you gotta find the captain of the guards. Okay. Go talk to all the different guards around.
Yeah, try to find out which one's which.
Yeah.
And then it's the same guy that gave you the quest.
It was that guy the whole time.
He's just trolling you.
He literally sent you on a quest to find him. I don't.
He's just stroking his own ego, right?
I-
Go find the captain. It's me.
I just assumed he had severe Alzheimer's. He's like, you need to find the
He's
captain to
just
get through.
extraordinarily lonely.
And then you come back, you're like, you're the captain. He's like, I am. I am.
Are you sure? Because you're right.
Did you do the one with Silver where you have to put the apples in the barrel?
No, thankfully I didn't, because I think after like 3, I realized that almost all of them are not mandatory.
Tedious and stupid.
Yeah.
Just to extend the game.
So I didn't do them, because they're dumb.
So, I was about, because you unlock Silver before you finish Sonic. So I was getting stuck somewhere with Sonic. So I hopped over to Silver to see what that was about. And I played through the first level. You beat Iblis. You go through the fucking burned down city. Bullshit, whatever. You get to the forest ruins. And I'm running around talking to people because I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to do. And I see some fat guy who's like, hey, can you help me put my apples in a barrel? And that's what broke me from all side quests going forward. Because it turns out what you're supposed to do through some combination of button magic and intuition that doesn't exist, you have to slowly lower the apples into the barrels. But what you can do, actually, in-game, is either throw apples randomly, because Silver psychic powers don't work with that sort of finesse, or you can lift them up, attempt to hit the right stick in a direction that makes them all group together, and then let go, so the apples just drop and then bounce off the barrel. And it's like 15 minutes long. This is just like retardedly long timer that just, and it never ends. And he's just like, how am I supposed to get these fucking apples in this goddamn barrel? And the fat guy's just standing over there like, oh, you're doing a great job. And he just, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. And I was done. And after that, I didn't talk to anyone with the motherfucking blue fucking thing over there unless I absolutely had to.
I think that pretty well sums up the rage you have while playing the game. I'm thankfully at this point so removed from it that rage doesn't completely overcome me. So I haven't broken anything yet, which I'm impressed by. Because I hated this game. I hated everything about it. I hate Sonic Team for this game. I hate the games industry for existing because it let this game get made.
And Sonic games today aren't even much better.
No, we've talked behind closed curtain that we might have to do more Sonic games because of how bad they are.
Because no one hates the Sonic franchise more than Sonic Team.
Yeah.
And
That's
you
clear.
can feel it.
Mm-hmm.
This legitimately feels like it could have easily just been an attempt to run Sonic into the ground. And they're like, we're tired of Sonic. This is going to be the worst game. No one will play it. It will receive the worst reviews.
And then for whatever reason, it didn't.
Yeah. You want to talk about some reviews real quick?
I would like to talk about the reviews.
Yeah.
Let me give you guys a little a PSA from the Bad Game Cast. Reviews are subjective, right? You have to understand that before looking at anyone's review of any game. What's something that someone may like might not appeal to you, and vice versa. Something that someone doesn't like might be right up your alley. However, I can say with 100% certainty, anybody that gives this game on a scale of 1 to 10 over, let's say, a 3, or 1 to 100 over 30 is wrong and stupid and a liar. Case in point, Tech Raptor. Yeah, that's the one. Tech Raptor review written by Matt M. His review, it's a 10 out of 10.
What?
Yeah. Now, I can only imagine this guy is either trolling or, like, his review, it goes super, like, he reads into it so much about how it's about Sonic Psyche, and Silver is his fucking id, and Shadow is the ego, and he's trying to justify the degree he has. It doesn't make fucking sense, unless it's a troll. But this is on Metacritic. As a 10 out of 10. It's fucking positive review for this game, which shouldn't fucking exist. This game is not good. Or Game Informer had a great one, which on Metacritic it's listed as a 68. Here's the blurb for that. In the end, Sonic fans will love it. Everyone else should stay away. Does that sound like something that deserves a 68?
That's not even true.
No. Most Sonic fans agree that it's a terrible game.
Yeah.
Because it is a terrible game.
They're not stupid. You think they'd look at it with more scrutiny.
My favorite example of how numbers are lies comes from Play UK, which I'm going to read you this exact description, and you tell me what this game deserves out of 100. A crushing disappointment for those who thought Sonic had finally found his feed in 3D. Uncontrollable, twitchy, awkward, and confused, this game will kill off all hope of there being another decent Sonic outing ever again.
If only.
That's what they said, and they're right.
Yeah.
That is what this game is.
Mm-hmm.
And so that clearly translates to 52 out of 100.
52?
Just above average.
I don't get it.
No one should get it. Look, I know we have stayed away from number scores because I hate number scores.
Yeah.
They're dumb and mean different things to different people.
It's too subjective.
Yeah, because it's weird on the grouping of 0 or 1 to 10. People are afraid to go to the low numbers, ever.
Yeah, well, it's part of the problem with how a 5 is average.
5 should be average. Well, I can tell you with most game reviews, like 7.5 to 8 is average.
Yeah,
So-
it's a misconception. People hear 70%, 7 out of 10,
Yeah.
and they think, oh, that's like a C, that's an average. Right, but in a review, it's a little different. I think
Yeah.
5 should be your average.
5 should be the average.
Yeah.
So bad games should be below 5, but that doesn't usually happen.
No.
So why do you even have those numbers if you're never going to use them? I don't like numbered reviews for that reason, and
I don't know how you can give this game anything higher than a failure score or slightly below average. Like, I don't know where else you would put it. I mean,
no, this game is a travesty
it's
from...
like between a 1 and a 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
If you want to give it a number.
told Jake my number for this game exists between 0 and 1. I can't rate it. It's that bad.
There are some parts of this game that I feel like if they were made correctly could have been salvageable. So then it's like, okay, if they had taken a little bit more time to actually make this game and take care of it, it might not have been so terrible. So I'm not going to give it a 0, but I'd say like a 2.
If we had to give it a number score, like I'm with you. I was telling Jason before we started, this plot, it's weird and like time travel, and it's crazy, and it's the kind of thing that I like, but in this game it doesn't work.
It seems lazy and forced all at the same time.
Yeah, it does. It feels like that in the writing, and it's not the controls, which, good lord, the fucking controls don't help, but like just the gameplay itself. If you took away somehow the fact that the controls are absolute shite, it wouldn't be good. I don't know. I feel like it's this sort of thing, just the subjectivity of reviews as a whole is like why we don't give a review, we can say who we think this game should be played by. Like, who's this game for? But, like, we don't say, like, scale of 1 to 10, scale of 0 to 100. This is what this game deserves.
Yeah, because you'll never get an agreement. I mean, which is kind of the point. If you find a reviewer who has tastes similar enough your own, that's useful, but that requires the person to actually go out and actively find reviewers that agree with their opinions. Just reading some random person, oh, I gave this a 8 out of 10, that doesn't help me at all.
No, and it's important to remember, dear listeners, that the Bad Gamecast is not paid by game developers.
Oh yeah, you know, all those game reviewers who get free games and early access to stuff. Yeah, we're not that. I'm sure we could be.
Well, we play the worst things that they've ever produced and then shit on it.
That's true.
They're not going to be like, hey, review our game next.
I don't think that's true. If there's a good part of a game, we're happy to talk about the good part of a game.
What's the name of the fucking podcast?
You know what? No, I want a game studio out there. Just anyone willing to send us their game.
Okay, well, we're going to get nothing.
Yeah, we're going to get nothing.
The cowards.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Send it to us. Let us pick at it as hard as we can.
Give us that first look.
It won't happen, but we can dream.
Nightmare, more like it. Are we done with Sonic? Is there more to be said?
I mean, we gotta say, you know.
Did anybody try the multiplayer? Did we say that?
No.
No.
Hey, do we see what it was like?
No. I don't care. I don't care because it's so bad as a game.
Yeah.
Like, the multiplayer could be the best multiplayer experience I've ever had, but the single player is so bad I can't get over it.
No, I refused to touch it. I didn't want to think about it. After the main story ended, I was done. I wanted to break this game in half.
And you just might have if you hadn't been currently holding my copy.
Yeah. The one thing I want to say, did you play with the music on?
Yes.
I didn't think at first, and I want to make this clear, that the music is that bad. I like the music. I like the main stage. I like the title screen, the music that plays before the lyrics cut in. Why there's lyrics, fucking no one knows. Most of the stages I liked at first. And then the more that you hear it, because you constantly die, it is just a reminder of your own fucking failure. So as I was writing my notes of this game, just listening to the soundtrack, it just made me angry. Just hearing the fucking music.
So I just thought it was unremarkable. Kind of like I remember thinking the menu music was like, hey, this isn't too bad. Then, yeah, they start to sing. And then the rest of it, it's like I was too focused on the debacle that was occurring on my screen to what I was listening to. It was just, no. The rest of the shit that is this game far overshadows the music. It's just there.
Oh my god, certainly.
I don't play with sound on, so
yeah.
I gotta skip that. I'm gonna tell you right now who I recommend this for.
Not a soul.
The answer is no one.
Yeah.
Absolutely no one. I try to find some glimmer of hope for most games. No. Just no.
There are no redeemable qualities here?
None. I hate everything about this game. As I said, after I played this game, I didn't play another video game for a week. I couldn't. I was done. I have gotten over that. I'm back in. Don't worry, folks. I'm not broken completely.
Phew.
But I mean, it was touch and go there for a moment. That's how soul crushing I found this game.
Imagine someone looking forward to this.
This
is what you get.
Yeah, no, that terrifies me. The fact that in 2006 there had to have been fans.
Oh yeah.
Who were just amped for this.
Well, he just mentioned the 100% review score, so that guy's clearly a fan.
And then Sonic Team took this hot metal poker and jammed it straight in their rib cage and just twisted.
The wallet, you mean?
No, what's fucked up is this is someone's first Sonic game.
Yep.
That is tore up. Alex, who would you recommend this game for?
No one. If you're a Sonic fan, you're going to hate it. If you're a casual fan, you're probably not going to want to play any more Sonic at all. If you're not a fan, what the fuck are you doing buying this game in the first place unless you're a retard doing a podcast? And, yeah, it's not worth anything. No, nobody. This game shouldn't exist. It feels like a lame, half-assed attempt at copying Sonic Adventure, and they didn't finish, and they didn't really care to finish.
Well, like Jason, playing through this broke me of video games. Like, as I was playing it, I was done. Just like, Jesus, with the hobby. Like this, I hated playing it. There was nothing I looked forward to than just like not doing anything. Like, I just wanted to sit here in sadness And then just not fucking touch my goddamn controller because this fucking blew. And in the same way, I found a game that brought me back in that made me remember why I like games again. But I disagree with you two. I wholeheartedly recommend this game for anyone who wants to get into making video games. This game is a fucking masterclass in what not to do when making a game. The story doesn't make any fucking sense. The controls are fucking terrible. Everything about it is so bad. Don't do this. This is an example of what not to do. Take as many notes as you can on this as you play through it, and you absolutely should, because, good lord. Ugh.
It's over.
It's done.
The deed is done.
Oh, thank God.
We will never have to play this again.
It's going to be weird for here on out, just like comparing things back to Sonic 06. Because I already know I can't hate games as much as I hate this one, right? If we find something that eventually tops this, I will be damn impressed.
If we find something that's worse than this that actually runs, it might go full circle. Like, it might just be damn fucking amazing because it's so bad.
I remember there was a time when Sonic and Mario were rivals.
Yeah.
Can you imagine a Mario game that played like this?
I wish there was a Mario game, an official Mario game that played like
There
this.
never will be.
No, because they actually care.
Yeah. Nintendo takes care of their shit.
Because Nintendo, unlike Sonic Team, doesn't hate their own franchise.
As far as we know.
I don't know, man. Like, look at Super Mario Odyssey. That motherfucker was made with love.
I haven't played it yet.
I haven't either, but just look at it. Sonic fans made that game. Like, they're not Sonic fans, good lord. Mario fans.
Ooh, boy.
But look at Sonic Mania, made by a Sonic fan.
Fans made that game.
Yeah.
Sonic Team put out, what the hell was the recent one? It was garbage.
Rise of Lyric.
That one was a little while. No, this is, what is it, Sonic Forces?
Is that the one where you make your own character?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's also has dreadful reviews. By dreadful, I mean like 50 out of 100. It's bad. Can't wait to play it.
So next time on the Bad Game Cast.
Oh. If I never play Sonic again, it'll be too fucking soon.
Yeah, can't you just wait till we just Sonic it up?
There's so many to go with.
The fact that there are, I'm just looking at this list, is terrifying that like Sonic still exists after this.
He's endured a lot.
Yeah, because they were like, well, let's follow up the disaster, the absolute disaster that was this game by making Sonic a werewolf.
Oh my god. That's a game after this?
Sonic,
How long did this
Sonic
franchise
Unleashed,
survive?
yeah. I have no answer for you, man.
And there's that terrible Shadow the Hedgehog game.
Yeah.
I think that came out before this one, though.
2005, yeah.
Yeah.
Right before it. It was the one right before this.
So reckless. And they're fine. Like, they don't make game
Apparently.
systems anymore, but they're sure as hell churning out Sonic games like it's no big deal.
If they release a Sonic game, people will buy it. You would think that they would have garnered a reputation for making bad games, but people still buy them.
So what do you think? We good? We done with this forever?
I'm ready to put it behind me. I'm happy I experienced it.
I'm not.
Because it's like, well, now I've seen
I got.
the worst.
I mean, as a view of, I have been to the pits of hell.
Right. And we survived.
I guess I've got that going.
No, I've come back a broken and scarred man.
Yeah, I mean, they say what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. They're wrong. I'm crippled now, but you know, it's only emotionally, so I can deal with that.
It's no different than you were before.
It's just a different kind. Do we need to do any listener questions? Because we actually have listener questions.
That's what I was going to ask. We're doing emails.
Why not?
All right, we're just gonna hit one because they wrote 3 questions because they're a bastard.
Who?
They're going with the name, which this is great. You know, if anyone wants to send us questions and they want to keep up this trend of weird nicknames that you give yourselves, 100% in on this because this is from Neil Breen Fanboy 69.
It's you, isn't it?
It is not me.
It is not.
There's no 420 swag YOLO for Jesus in there. That's my giveaway.
So, yeah, here we go. They say, long-time listener, they hate us all, our show sucks, and we should burn in hell.
Feels right, yeah.
So, we've got that covered.
Is that really what it says? Hold on.
Yeah,
Wow.
this guy doesn't think our
That's
listeners
love.
are real. Yeah, I know. We give them intense emotions, whether they're good or bad. It's still
What?
something we do.
That's a guy who pays attention.
Yeah.
What's the fucking question from this turn?
All right, first question. What video game/video game series have you logged the most hours in your lifetime?
Is it my turn to answer? Am I going first?
I mean, I can if you...
I'd say it's a toss-up for me between Elder Scrolls and Civilization.
Mine's Fallout, definitely. Between 3 and New Vegas. My God, I put so many hours into those.
As a series, it's almost assuredly Pokemon.
I was going to say that, but, I figured you'd give me shit for bringing up Pokemon, so...
Well, someone's got to bring it up. I mean, I've beat every generation of game multiple times. As a single game, it's probably Guild Wars 2, which is the MMO of choice for me for a while. I know I logged, I think, 2,000 some odd hours on a single character. So, what food do you like that others find generally repulsive? Because this monster likes Skyline chili.
You talking about me?
No, actually, the person, they gave their answers to their own questions.
What?
Because they're weirdos.
Hold on. So, the last question they asked, the longest hours, what was their answer?
NCAA football and Civ.
He's writing questions to
Civ
his own...
and Skyline. Alex, is this you? Are you the one writing these?
See, you're accusing me, and you guys are the ones who are guilty. Neil Breen. Huh. So food that others find repulsive that I like?
Yeah.
And Skyline chili is his answer?
Yeah, because
Lots of people
Skyline
like
chili is
Skyline
garbage.
chili. Yeah,
That
what
is
the
not
fuck do you
chili.
know? It's not chili, but it's delicious.
It's also not good food.
No. But I'm sure you've eaten worse.
Yeah, I'm basically a trash compactor. What do I mean, I can go with dumplings because every time I get them, Alex here complains like a bitch.
No, because your breath is terrible. That's the only reason. It smells like shit.
That's what I was going to say. It's fucking dumplings.
Okay.
Oh, damn. Those are good, though.
Yeah, they are. I thought about getting some before they closed and just bringing them here.
I'd have been salty if you brought dumplings. You didn't bring me in here.
I'm definitely going to go out and get some food after this one. By the way, my answer, Rally's chili dogs. I can eat those all day. My stomach will revolt against me, and so will everybody else.
And then their final one, which their name kind of gave away, is what's your favorite Neil Breen film?
I haven't seen any of them.
It's Travesty.
Just like the greatest hits. I've seen him pour coffee on himself, which was awesome.
Yeah, that's a good scene.
Which one is that?
Fateful Findings.
That's Fateful Findings.
No,
the
that's
iconic Neil Breen.
So I've never seen I Am Here, ellipses now. I've watched Double Down. I loved Fateful Findings, and I mean, Jason, we went and saw Pass Through in theaters. Looking forward to Twisted. That's going to be amazing. But between Pass Through, Magic Tiger, and Master Shadows all day, Fateful Findings was fucking awesome.
Ooh, it's tough to go because Fateful Findings got me into the Breenness. I don't know. I might go Pass Through just because of whatever his name, Tim, Master of Shadows, is, who gets his PTSD cured by a wave of the hand from Neil Breen's future Terminator character. That scene was amazing. It changed film forever.
It wasn't the drone shot of Neil Breen spinning in the center of the rock spiral
For like a minute and a half?
The drone just like pans off to the left, the music fades out the farther to the left it goes, and then when it comes back, the music gets louder, like it's emanating from him. It's so fucking good.
So what we're saying is, can't wait to go see Twisted.
Yeah, you get a Neil Breen film in a theater near you, you go see it, and if it's not near you, you travel. It is worth it.
So I think that wraps it up. We'll hopefully get to some more of these letters later, but we've probably run plenty long.
Yeah, because it's running in beats. I have no idea how far we've gone, but it's been
3,000 minutes.
That's not minutes.
No, it's not. It's not.
Oh.
That'd be crazy.
Have I not been here for 600 hours?
I don't know, because...
That's how long it feels like Sonic takes.
All right, plug time.
Oh, shit, we still got to do plugs.
All right, you can find me in the occasional things I say on Twitter, @JakePrey.
I'm on Twitter as well. A little too close to the microphone. 10 Rules All. Find me on YouTube. Also, I have a channel. I haven't done shit in like 2 months, but also 10 Rules All on YouTube.
You can email thebadgamecast@gmail.com, which is where you send these lovely letters that we read on the air.
How many emails do we get there, like, every week, would you say? Like, is it a decent amount?
In the beginning, we got none. Recently, we've picked up, in the last couple weeks, I think I've gotten 4 emails.
Okay.
So,
Some
a
sick
very
people.
small number, but a growing number. And then the Twitter is @thebadgamecast. Right now, I mostly just tweet when episodes come out.
All right. I'm done.
All right, well, for the
Till
Bad
next time.
Gamecast, yeah, I've been Jake.
I've been Jason.
And this is Alex.
Good night, everybody!
Outro.
Intro.
And then outro again.